This is my reply to Mr. Jamie Hall, Ada Village Administrator. Mr. Jamie Hall, thank you for sending me those documents. I have reviewed them, and the video of that review can be found here. I have remaining questions because I seek to ensure that the work done was without favor to any individual or business. I would also like to present my fundamental approach to local governments. I will do so by showing my first concern from the file, and that's the file name. Section 2. This resolution is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare. The particular necessity being the need to be able to advertise for bids in compliance with the project schedule. Therefore, this resolution shall go into immediate effect. How is the project an emergency? I do not believe it was. I am fully aware of the use of the word emergency in local government documents. It has been described to me as if a resolution is not an emergency, a vote is required. That would make governing onerous. In other words, they'd have to bring it to a vote to every people. If my memory is correct, that is a practice that has gone on for decades. It's true. I've met dozens of resolutions for villages, townships, cities, probably not cities, towns. My perspective is extremely fundamental. It is a lie. To me, it is irrelevant that the justification is sound, and that's true. I do not want to delve into an argument on beliefs. This document is not here to discuss whether evil is a man-made construct or an eternal force. That is for another forum. My point is this. If one point of corruption is present in all resolutions, all documents should be closely inspected. I then researched the 3 businesses listed in the Paving tabs, and that's the list of 3 businesses. At first, I was concerned about the lack of address for one company, but I did find all 3 on the web, and my only remaining concern is that the Shelley Company does not list paving services on their website. And that would go to whether the village was required to get 3 legitimate bids for the work. It also could be just an oversight on the company's website. The next concern was that every incident of the 28-page file did not have any items filled out. There should be 3 bids submitted with details. Who won the contract? This question is not answered in the document sent, and this question is not answered in the document sent, and that is the very documentation I need to investigate to make sure that no backroom deal occurred. I shall outline my intent. I will research the people involved to see if there are any family connections. I will ask the company who won the bid for proof that the private work was indeed separate and that the billing for that private work is commensurate with similar projects. The pessimist in me anticipates that the company who won the bid will claim that they have no obligation to provide that proof, and they would be right. But an appearance of impropriety in any action involving a government can provide impotence for change. To summarize, these questions need answered. What emergency existed that provided a need for immediate preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare? There is none. I don't see how I could see a paving an entrance into a new hospital, but I don't see anything else. May I have copies of the completed bids? May I have a copy of the accepted bid that includes the winning bidder? Is there any documentation showing compliance with all the mandates listed? Did someone check off all the requirements listed for the project? As I stated before, there was a 28-page document, and there was a lot of things. Insurance, how the work needed to be done. Was there an inspector that actually can certify that it was actually done, or if everything was done with a wink and a nod? I do not know if there's any corruption, and I like to think I am good at rooting it out should it exist. At the very least, I can try to make sure it doesn't happen again. And then my name. Let's see on the reply.